Hi, hello, I'm here to teach you on how to animate guns and also make guns for every gun kit, basically from step 0 to step 100. So first thing is you gotta have your own gun. So right here, I got this from the toolbox. It's a free model. Inside here, you can see there are a lot of parts. You don't need the spare magazine, but if you want, you can use it for animating. I mean, you can delete that. You can delete this as well. That's the guy who owns this game actually. I'm just using this place. So the next thing is you want to identify the main part for your gun. So this is the base. This will be our main part. So the next thing is you want to have a plugin called Wheel Moto 6D. I'll probably link to the plugin in the description. But to use this, basically you just want to select the base part, select everything else, click on Tools, New Moto 6D. So basically it creates a Moto 6D wheel to all of the other parts. So, the next thing is you want to highlight everything. You can click on the first part, shift, click on the last part, and then you will highlight everything in between. Scroll down, make sure Can Collect is off, Can Cube is off, Can Touch is off, Anchored is off, Masses is on. Masses is pretty self-explanatory, just turns off the mask. Can Touch means that it doesn't have any, it won't have any collisions for scripts. Can Curie is it won't be hit by any raycast. So Can Collect is hit by any physical objects. So since we are not using any of those, you can just turn it off for a slight performance boost. You can turn off cast shadow if you want. Some of the guns have render fidelity, same as this one actually. You can change it to performance or automatic for even more performance. But if you don't mind, you can just leave it on precise. So following that, if you are using the latest version of FE Gun Kit, which I assume is the current version I'm using, because this has been a while since I've used it. Currently, if I play test, you will see in a bit. It offers first person and as well as the animations. So this is the third person. This is a pre-coded gun. You can see like it has third person animation. So you can see the slide being pulled back, and then it charges the bolt. And compared to tactical reload, it doesn't pull back the slide. So in first person, this one is not animated in first person, but you can see it's not animated in first person. But I will teach you on how to do first person and third person today. So assuming you have this gun, or if you don't, you should have a pistol from the FE gun kit. But what you want to do is just open up your gun. You should have two scripts here, but I modified it. But just leave those two scripts on, the local script and then the server script for gun systems. But this is what you mostly just need: a setting, the handle, and then the model of the gun, but which will be replaced by the M4. So if you have a pre-existing gun, like the pistol, what you want to do is just to line up your gun model. So one of the easy trick is to line up at the trigger. So you can kind of just adjust your gun to where the trigger is. Make sure you line up horizontally as well, like that. So once you think it's good, just drag it in. In this case, I'm just using parent because it's faster. Put it in here. You can remove the model. You don't really need that. So now it should look like this. You should have two scripts as well, but this is the general what you need in this video, or at least in this game version. So after that, you want to do the same thing with handle to base. So select handle, everything else in the gun model, plugins, tools, Moto 6D. So this thing, what it does is that it glues everything together so it doesn't fall off into the map or something. Next thing is change the name of the tool, change the texture ID, tooltip. Okay, I'll just leave it empty. If you don't know what tooltip is, it's basically a text box that shows up when you hover your mouse over it. I'll show you. It's on test right now. Let me put this M4 into starter pack. So you can see if I hover it, it says test. And then this is the AK from earlier. I don't know why it's Germa, but so this is the M4. You can see it's broken currently. You can see it doesn't work because it says it can't find a VM4. So this is the view model. This is the first person view model. So you can see like it's holding out like a regular tool compared to this, a gun, the AK. It has a view model. It's what we call for the first person. So to do that, if you have in the FE gun kit, you should be able to find something that says like V and then AK-47. So I'm just copy this. Oh, that is not an AK. My bad. Yeah. So this is what you should have in your FE gun kit. But it should be a pistol. You can just adjust it yourself to this position. So what I'm gonna do now is get the M4. What happened to my model? Okay, there we go. Just copy paste it out. Make sure that it's wielded as well, Moto 16 wielded. So you want to do the same thing to this first person gun model. Just align it properly. I've seen some of the first person view models where they rescale the gun to be bigger or smaller. That one's up to you. If you want the gun to look bigger in like first person, you can do that. If you think the gun looks too small or too big, you can just resize it. It's like not a big deal. So that's you don't have to get to exact position because you can't see like down there whatever's down there anyway, unless you have like inspect animation. But once you're done with positioning, drag it, and then I believe it's this one. Yeah. So just drag the M4, put it in here, remove the model. Do the same thing where you weld the gun to the handle. If you don't have a handle, you can just weld it to like the right arm or something, but it's up to you. Once you're done, just change the name. Make sure it's the same name. It's V underscore and then the name of your tool. So if this is M4, then this should be M4. If there's a space in between, you can leave a space in between. It will work just fine. So once you're done with that, you can test it out. M4, put it back in server's replicated storage. I believe it's in MISC view models. So it should be in here. There's a lot of guns, but yours should be relatively empty. So just play test. Once you spawn in, you can see it's now there's no error codes, and then you can zoom in and then it will work. You can see the gun working. So obviously this is modded. This is changed. This is not how the default is. So now to change the default, but the first thing we want to change is we want to reposition the gun fire point, the gun muzzle, smoke, two of the smoke. So just select them, drag them to kind of where like the barrel is. You also have a shell eject particle and shell eject point. Just drag it to somewhere where the ejection place is. If you wondered how I just changed the rotation on that, it's Control and L. So it changes to the world axis or the object axis itself. So it depends on what scenario you want. You can change it and then you can move it quite easily. Make sure to always save once you've done significant progress. Any progress at all, actually, just save all the time. So once you're done, these are some of just the main things that you want to look out for. You can change the settings later, but it's pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to go over the settings in this video, but there is one thing I want to do is that force first person, no third person ADS. There is one thing. I believe it's in here. So let me just FPS. No, that's not it. What about first? ADS. ADS enabled. Hide when ADS. I'm looking for a first person ADS. Sorry, this is taking up some time. Is it called AIM? I can't find it. Is it in here? Man. Align to aim point. Ah, there we go. So this is what we want. Align to aim point. Set this to true. So align to aim point basically means that you can aim down sights according to where you've set your gun. So this, you won't find it in here, but you will find it in the first person model. So it's underscore V M4. Drag it out. So if you open up, if you don't have something called aim point, you can just add it in. It's just put in a model and then like a instance, like a part. You can name this as whatever you want. I think just put it on 1, it'll be fine. Make sure everything is can collect off, everything is off, anchored off, message is true. Why not? So just drag this to where you want. So one of the things that is that if your gun is slightly tilted, or if you think that the orientation for your aim point is offset, you can grab the gun, go to the base, or the main part of your gun, just copy paste the orientation, paste it at the aim point orientation. So now that it should be aligned properly, and now you can just drag it. Just make sure like you can use the arrow as your marker, but it should like directly be on where you want, where the iron sight is, or your scope. So one of the things is that you want to drag it a bit further back. I like to drag it around like the butt of the stock, and then you can just weld it together so it doesn't fall off, like that. So if you want to test it out, if done correctly, it should aim down sights. So you can see it's slightly offset, but what you can do is just slightly adjust it in trial and error is what I meant. You can slowly just trial and error it. So once you've weld it once, you don't have to weld it again. You just drag it upwards slightly. View models, and then you play test again. It's basically a trial and error thing. Just keep trying and error, see if it aligns. So you can see it's a bit too high this time, and it's slightly off-centered for some reason. But I'm gonna try it one more time. I'm not gonna try too much. So if it doesn't stick, it doesn't stick. Let me try to adjust the orientation again. I think it's offset. Yeah, it is. I think. Alright, I don't mind. So I've dragged it down a little bit. If this is still not correct, I'll just move on. Still slightly offset, but you get the idea. You can just change it yourself. So you can see it aligns to the center like an actual FPS. So now that we're done with the very basics of everything, I'm gonna teach you how I animate my guns. This one, you can use Moon Animator if you have it, if you know what it is, but I use the default animator, which is in Avatar and Animation Editor. So the first thing is just inside a rig, I use R6 all the time, block, And then what you want to do is to copy your gun and then put it in the rig. So it should equip it like this. The other thing you want to make sure is that when you're animating, you want to make sure that there are no repeating names. So you can see that's like every instance, every part inside the gun is it has a unique name, including the handle. So you just want to make sure all of those are like that. And then once you're done, you don't really need the tool. Just grab the M4, put it out. You can remove the tool. And then what you want to do is you want to click the right arm, wheel it to the base. Like so. So that when you move the arm, it sticks together. I'll show you in a second, which is Avatar Animation Editor. So once you open up, create a new animation clip. Once you move it, you can see it sticks to the arm. This is what you want. So to make a equip animation, this is in third person, by the way. So let's make a very simple animation where he swings his gun out. Obviously, you can make this look way better if you know how to animate, but it takes a lot of time. And if you are animating a lot of guns, it becomes frustrating. And so you're just like trying to cut work down. So this is the first frame, and then I'm gonna make this into 2 seconds. One of the animating trick is that the longer it is, the smoother it looks, which is true. So don't be afraid that your animation is too long. You can adjust it later on anyway. If you know how to script, you can just sync the animation together with the equip time. But if you don't know how to script, there is also a setting in the the setting module where you can change the speed of the animation. It takes a lot of trial and error, but it is possible. So don't be afraid that it looks, like your animation is too short or too long. You can just adjust it anyway. Okay, I don't know where his hand is facing. So one of the things I like to do when animating rigs is that I'll give it like a soldier shirt, just so I can know which arm or like which direction it's facing. It's taking a long time to load. It's very stupid. There we go. So I just grab one where it has a glove. Drag it, put it in the rig. Why did it not move? Okay, let me just take this off. Oh my god. There we go. So back to animating. Okay, now you can see where the arm is facing. So if you want, you can just drag it like this. I swear I could animate way better back then. It's been a while. Some animators don't make the joints stick together, but some do, so it's up to you which one you want to do. This is good enough. So if you play it, you can see it's really slow. So if you want, you can just put it on 1 second. And then you can change the style by highlighting, right click, easing style, linear, constant, Rubik, cubic, or elastic. So you can see like it changes differently. Even the color changes. But if you don't want, like me, I just leave it on linear. and then I will code it to sync. That will do. And you can change the easing direction as well, in, out. It looks slightly different, so it's up to you on how you want to optimize it. But one thing you want to do is set the animation priority to action 4. Typically, you want to put it on action 4 for everything, just so that other animations cannot override your current animation. So once you're done, click this 3 button, publish to Roblox. Depending on where you're publishing, if you are doing this under a group game, it's best to put it as your group instead of like under your profile. So because I'm doing this under my profile, I'll just put it under me, and I'll call this M4 equip. Everything you can just leave as it is. Save. Copy the ID. So once you're done, go to M4 settings. No, not this one. This one. Scroll up. Check the equip animation, which is in. I cannot find it. Equipped animation. So this one is empty equip animation. This one is typically for like guns. If like you're going very detailed, you want to have like the bolt of a gun pulled back, you can do that. But if you don't want, you can just put the same animation ID for both, or you can just leave it to nil like this. But keep it like this, and then idle, I'll just keep it like this, just one singular frame, and then save it as well. And for fire, same thing, everything, save it, copy it, update it here. You can see there's also an empty idle. This is one. This is for like if your gun has no more animation. I mean, your gun has no more bullets, and then the slide is pulled back. So the next thing I want to do is fire animation, which typically I do it within a few frames. Why is it not copying? Oh my god. There we go. Looks janky. You can make this look better, obviously. And if your gun has like an ejection bolt, you can just select it and put it back, which I'll show you in reload animation. But this could look better. Obviously, it can look so much better, but I have no idea how to do this. No way, I don't care. Publish. M4 fire. Save. ID copied. Go here and then fire animation. So now I'll do reload animation, and there's also one for tactical reload animation. So this one is off by default, I believe, and you can just turn it on if you want. So to do a reload, typically I do it on 2 seconds. There was a period where I got really good at animating, and then I just stopped animating right after that. I usually drag it so that it reaches for the pocket, but it's up to you where you want to put this arm to grab the ammo. And then what I like to do is just reverse the animation. So you can see it's really synced. Not synced, that's not the word I mean. But it's really smooth. Not smooth either. Just like it's easy, is what I'm trying to say. It's easy. You can make it so that the arm stays in the back pocket a little longer. Like so. And just then, usually I put it on 2 seconds, but it's up to you if how long you want to animate this. Right, so once you're done with those, it's time to add in the clip. So just click on the plus, look for the magazine, which is right here. So you want to see that it follows. You can move it just a little bit so that it gets the thing, the node. Reset selected. Reset selected. Drag it up a little bit. I know it doesn't go up like that, but it's for the effect. You can do this like frame by frame so that it's aligned properly. But a lot of people don't do it like frame by frame simply because it's very time consuming, which is why you pay your animators a very good amount of money to do this. Because taking time to animate mouse and keyboard is really, it's a lot of effort. It's really a lot of effort. It's like not kidding. So because this frame is him throwing away the magazine, what you can do is just do it like this. And then in the next few frames, just make it disappear into the floor like that. So if you see, you can see like it gives the illusion of him throwing the magazine away. And that's ultimately all you want, just to like make it so that it's convincing. So once you have thrown the magazine away, you want to keep this on constant. So like you can see like the next frame, it just appears instantly instead of like floating back to where you want the next frame to be. Which is why some people use two magazine models when animating guns. But it's up to you if you want to do that. So you can see like the next frame, there's no ammo clip, and then it just teleports back. So you want that effect, you can just use constant. So this is just him digging in the pocket and then reaching out. Select that, drag it out. Let me just put one at the end right here. So you can see like it's pretty smooth. Obviously it's not the best, but it's better than your average game if you have your own custom reload animation. So once you're done, make sure it's Action 4, publish to Roblox. And for tactical, save, copy that, go here, update that. Now we're gonna do the full reload. So this one is reload animation. So what I like to do is just like at the last few split seconds. Once it's done, clipping in the magazine, you just make his arm so that it goes down slightly, and then it goes straight up, like exaggeratedly up. So this is him slapping the magazine, and then you can make it so that he bolts the gun. So twist it, go down. No, not that. It's pretty difficult. Oh, let me check. Oh, okay, maybe I won't make it slap the gun. Maybe I'll put this on 230. It's okay if it's look like the arm is like the right arm in your face. It's all about exaggerating animations. That's how you know it. Like that's how an animation looks good because you can see it's that split second. You can't even really notice it. So this is the full reload. We just use it. So M4 full reload. Save that. Copy it. Close it, and then right here. So now that you have done all your animations, save as usual, playtest. Moment of truth. Now you can see it's really slow because I didn't adjust it. You can see we have our custom fire animation. It's not reloading. It's working up there, but it's not synced to the gun. Like the magazine is not coming off. So, hi, welcome back. So I figured out the problem earlier. The animation works, no problem. It's just that the tool earlier that I used handle and then I motor welded everything like so. This was the problem. So what you want to do, because the base is already welding everything in here, so for the handle you just have to weld the base instead of everything, and then it should work. I don't need this guy anymore. I just use him for testing. So to open up, animation works, and you can see pulls out the entire ammo, the entire clip is what I was saying. I also changed a little bit here, so let me just replace back. Let me show you. So this is how it looks on tactical. You see it pulls out the clip and then he just puts it back. But if this is like a full reload, you see it pulls out, clips back in, pulls the slide. So that's how you do it. And then it's the same process for the first person animation. Let me just save. VM4 like this. So it's the same thing in handle, because like you can see the issue I had earlier. Handle, I wielded everything together, but you just have to wield the base. Let me just fix that real quick, and then I'll make a copy, and then I'll put it back in view models. So just make sure that the handle is glued to the base only, just the base, nothing else. Oh, there is no view. There's no ink point down here. Oh, that's the break, my bad. Yeah, like so. There's only like one wheel to the base, and then the base is to everything else. This thing is to ADS, but then there's nothing handled to it. Oh. Yeah, you know what? I don't really care. Oh well. So, ADS is this thing. It's here for some reason. But we don't really need that because we have aim points. We can remove that and then just leave base. So that's how it should look. Configs, you don't really have to do this. This one is just for offset for the camera, but if you want, you can tweak this. It's like, if you don't want to tweak the aim point manually, you can tweak the numbers here, I believe. I never tried it before, but it's up to you. So for this, I'm just gonna teach you like one animation, because it's basically the same process, but just in different rigs. I'm gonna teach you how to make the equip avatar animation editor. I cannot select this for some reason. Why? Why can I not select this? Okay, there we go. So if you move the arms, everything should move together, you can see. This one is a bit goofy, but let me just turn on the head so I know where it's facing. Oh, that's not what I want. You can see the gun handle there, it's very funny. There we go. So on equip, I'll make it drag up like from the side. And then as he pulls up, reset to selected. There. Obviously you can make this way better, but it's up to you. Alright. Again, make sure it's animation priority on action 4. Publish. So I'll call this VMM4 equip. Save. Copy. And then go to this one, the settings. VM on equip. Replace that. And then now you can see the difference. Oh. There. You can see it equipping. So it's the same process as the firing, the reload, so on. Just have to change a different rig, that's all. So overall, it's not hard to animate reloads. And if you want to find reloads from the toolbox, you can. Toolbox. You can just type in view model. some of them come pre-prepared with animations. You have to find them, but some of them come pre-prepared. Oh, this one looks really cool. Yeah, some of them has really long arms. Excuse me, compared to our arms. And you can see they generally follow the same trick. You can see there's no like repeating names. The guns has like no repeating names. But the thing is, the more parts you have, the more complicated it becomes. So it's up to you which one you want to do. What if I type in AK? Gun kit animation. So you can see this one, just can see this one uses 2 magazines for its reload. So you can test it out by using Avatar Animation Editor. Click on this. Okay, multiple parts has the same name. So you can see there's issues with this. Let me just... it's really messy actually. There's no repeating names, I don't think. Right arm, there's a right arm. There's a left arm as well. We'll try. Ignore. Oh. See, you can practically, I mean not practically, you can see how people animate. The reason why they put this right at the far back is because if you're in the first person, you can't really see this. So it's really cool. And if you want to change the animation, just click the dots, load, fire animation. You can see this one is pretty simple. It just goes back, and then you can see the bolt racking backwards as well. You can't see it here, but you can add eject, bolt, trigger. I do not know the name. Spring. If it doesn't show up, it's because it's not wielded properly, like how I did with this one. You can see like I put the model together with the ring. But for this one, you can see it's separated into like multiple parts and so on. So you just have to like adjust it accordingly. But you can see the reload. This one is really, really goofy, you can tell. It's really, really broken. But if you, let's say if you're really lazy and you just want to steal other people's animation, you can. Not steal, I don't condone stealing, but if they have perms, they can, they allow you to use it. You can just basically grab a gun. Let me show you. Oh yeah, this is a great example of resizing gun. So you can see the gun is extremely big. So in your case, you should resize it as well. So just position it as usual. And what you want to do for this case is you want to make the original gun. So for in this case, it's the AK. You want to make it like invisible. Not everything invisible, but you want to like glue your gun on top of his AK, and then it will look like that you are reloading your gun instead of the AK. So it's like just like a very cool hack without like removing the original gun. But it takes up quite a lot of performance if you have a lot of parts. But that one is up to you. So that's another way that you can use other people's reload animation without like exporting this and that. And that is about it. Goodbye.